Hello. Hi, Dee. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Let's see. Oh, hey, we have a few people popping on already.
Good.
Hi.
Well, I have one of Sam's dreams, so I'm like, I hope because I have questions.
I'm excited. I didn't get to hear this one ahead of time, so I'm excited to hear it. This will be a all live in person phenomenal. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to shut up now.
It'll be spur of the moment.
Producer Rob doing a cameo. Hello, everybody.
Is that Leah? Hi.
All right, we're gonna throw some people up. You ready?
Yes.
It's Sam Hunley.
I've got her dream.
She's got dreams. Seeking ghosts.
I have Leah's dreams too.
We have Mark Brown.
Hey, Mark.
From downtown.
Hi, Mark.
Downtown Marky Brown. You like that? We got Sandy Lynn.
Hi, Sandra.
Sandy. I am digging the headphones on producer Rob here. That's pretty badass.
Looks official.
He does.
I got him for you guys. We have Christina Chapman from Haunts for the Homeless.
Oh, hi, Christina.
And that's all I'm seeing right now. Everybody else does not want to say hello to you.
That's fine. We still want to say hello to them. So hello to everyone who hasn't said hello or is going to pull up on this later.
All right. Well, I'm going to take myself out of this equation and go have a soda. So you ladies have fun. Anybody on the side that gets stupid, I will boot you right out of here. Whoever you are, StreamYard.com/Facebook to let everybody know who you are. And then we have a second Facebook user. Oh, we have Faye Gallo.
Hey, hello, Faye. I love this. Yeah, we have a nice start.
Yeah.
That's a great start. All right, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. I'll be back though.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We actually do have a few dreams to go over, right? There were a few dreams that were sent in, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously, we'll do some card pulls with the dream analysis, and then as we go, after or in between the dream, yes, we do that, right? In between the dreams, we'll do some questions, some card pulls.
I think we should. Yeah.
And like if you have a dream question, this is your time. Even if you didn't send in a dream, you absolutely can ask us questions. But before we jump into, hold on one second.
He changed his mind. He doesn't know if he wants to be in or out.
No.
Door open. I'm going to kill that dog.
No. Before we get started, should we talk about the charity that's going on?
Yeah, definitely.
So Get Haunted has teamed up with Haunts for the Homeless, and we have this amazing hoodie charity. I am really bad at talking, so we have asked Rob and Sarah to pop on here to explain it a little bit better because I am not great with speaking on those kinds of things. So if we could bring Rob and Sarah on. Sarah.
Hi, ladies. Hi. Look, I'm so excited to be like on your show.
I love this. And this is always the other way around for me. I love this. Usually when I'm on a show with the two of you, it's because it's you and Dee Dee doing a show.
Yeah, I know. I love this. I feel honored to be right here with you guys on The Awakening. Like, this is so awesome. I'm so proud of you two.
Aw, thanks. We're wondering if you would help us give a little bit of information out to our viewers on Haunts for the Homeless and what we're doing to help them and how they can help themselves.
Yeah, this has been so amazing. There are so many charities. Let's just clear some stuff up here because there's been some question, and we want to be able to give them voice. So Rob had the honor of meeting Jeff and Christina of Haunts for the Homeless right there at the Phantasmacon. I'm wearing my sweatshirt from the amazing Warren's Phantasmacon. They have this amazing local charity. It is for the states of Rhode Island and Connecticut. But we do know that homelessness is a problem worldwide, and it is definitely an issue here in the United States. But this particular charity, Haunts for the Homeless, does help local charities right there in Connecticut and Rhode Island. Charities, they start out you know, they start from somewhere. They all have to begin somewhere, and they need a voice. And we were honored to be able to step up and say, use our platform. Let's use our platform and let's push their voice out there for everybody to hear. And the reality is Get Haunted, we use some amazing locations for our events right there in Rhode Island and Connecticut. So guess what? To be able to help Jeff and Christina put out there the Haunts for Homeless, you can go to their Facebook page and check them out. They do help out local shelters. They do help feed the homeless, and they also do the backpack outreach. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm in the Metro Detroit area, and I'm going to just keep it super real here, folks. Backpacks are hugely important. This outreach program, each state does have this program. I have seen many in action. I'm just going to tell you, there are some in the community, in the homeless community, they don't want to go to a shelter. They do not want anything extra to go someplace, but they can, and they do use these backpacks. These backpacks have socks, gloves, hats. A lot of times they have toothpaste. They have the essentials, deodorant, things that they need while they are out there braving this weather. So every single bit to these charities helps. It's not just one thing. It's all things that help. So they do help local shelters. They do feed the homeless, and they do provide the backpack outreach program. So I am personally very honored to help Haunts for the Homeless. Christina and Jeff have been amazing to work with. And we had the Community is Unity sweatshirt that we had already started to design. We wanted to help a charity, and you know, Rob and I were like, okay, who are we going to help? How do we want to help this? Rob is a veteran, and veterans do make up a large portion of our homeless community. So this was an easy choice for us. And you know what? There are a lot of charities out there that already have many platforms and many voices that are helping them. So personally, I feel to help a charity that needs that extra boost, that needs a megaphone to be like, hey, we're over here too. I'm proud to help them, and I'm proud to stand next to them. So you can get your hoodies, gethaunted.com, go to the Haunted Boutique, $48. That's with shipping. That is sizes small through 5X. All the profits from these hoodies go directly to Haunts for the Homeless. I'm just going off, Rob. So if you want to jump in here, I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, I guess there's nothing really left for me to say. Yeah. No, listen. Day one, we raised over $1,000, thanks to some of the people on the side here.
yes.
I know Danny was one of the first to buy. Sarah was the first to buy. I couldn't even get the link published, and just like, ding, here comes an order. I think we're almost at 40 hoodies, 30 some odd hoodies right now. But yeah. I'd like to hit 100. I'd really like to hit 100 for a lot of reasons. One is everything gets way the hell cheaper when we buy them in 100 quantities of 100, which means more money will go to the charity. Two, it's nice to have goals like that. They got hit hard by COVID, right? And by the way, if you don't want to buy a charity, buy a hoodie. We did have one member donate money towards the cause, so you don't have to buy the hoodie. If you're not a hoodie person, you can certainly find the information on the hoodie link to donate to the charity. They are legit 501(c)(3). They filed the 990. Believe me, guys, they're one legit charity with two. The people I met so far, two very, very legit people who, they touched my heart the day I met them so much that I had to call Sarah, on a FaceTime and bring them on live with us. We're going to have them on a live, hopefully this week sometime, to talk about all the amazing things that they do. So yeah, if you're waiting, don't. We're going to close down at least that first batch of orders here soon so that we can get these done, so I can collect the money and send it over to the charity sometime soon, which also means Danny's going to be really busy with me bagging these things up and shipping them out in a couple of weeks to people all over the country. So yeah, it's been an honor and a privilege, not just to do this, but to get to know Jeff and Christina. Really, really nice people. We met them at the Paracon, the Warrens Seekers of the Supernatural. I can never get that right. Phantasmacon. Which we're going to do something a little special with. We'll make that bigger announcement this week, something official. But I did talk to Dan and the guys at Nesper, and they're willing to sign a few of these hoodies. And we're going to do something a little different with the signed hoodies from Nesper, and they're going to promote it out here. I got to get Chris the links to things tonight. And so look for some more heavy hitters jumping in. We've had people from Fairfield County Infirmary Order, Gaddis Order. We had people literally all over the country. So I'm really proud of everything that we pulled together.
Yeah.
Wait, and I'm not done, Sarah.
Okay.
Man, she can't wait. She can't wait. Okay, I'll be done. You keep going.
No, well, I do. You brought up a good point. So we are going to be cutting off this particular order because we do want to ship out the first batch, which that first shipment will be December 1st. So you have just a couple weeks here. If for some reason you don't necessarily want to wear the hoodie, we are encouraging, if you would like to purchase a hoodie, we can give it to Jeff and Christina to pass out to the homeless as well, to, anything to give back to them. I do also want to point out, this is a work of passion and love for Jeff. Jeff himself has experienced homelessness. So, when we question what people do, sometimes it's a little heartbreaking because yes, we know there's always something out there. You can always find the bad if you want to, but it means so much to help lift Jeff and Christina when Jeff himself was in that position, and he wants to give back to that community that he knows all too well. So I just wanted to add that, this is for the states. They do work with Connecticut and Rhode Island, but you have to start somewhere. We can't be in all places, but we hope that inspires everyone to go out there. If this charity does not touch your heart, there are other charities you can. If the hoodie is not something you want and you don't want to purchase one for anyone else, guess what? You can go to PayPal and you can look up hauntsforthehomeless@gmail.com and you can donate directly to their cause. Again, they do work with local shelters. They feed the homeless and the backpack outreach. That's what I wanted to add, Rob. Sorry.
And you guys said this first batch, this isn't going to be a one and done, right?
No, this is something that can happen. This isn't just where you kind of run in, do a quick whatever, and you run out, right? This is something that we'll always need to do. But we wanted to get this first bunch out there. It is the holidays, as we're preparing for the holidays. This is a great gift to me. This is a great gift. Who doesn't want a hoodie? Like I have so many hoodies, but right, we always need a hoodie. This hoodie does have the Haunts for the Homeless, Souls Helping Souls is the front logo, and the back logo is Community is Unity, and it is with the double logo of Paranormally Blonde and Get Haunted with the little skull or the little skeleton hands making a heart. So I think it's just a great gift, and it's $48, and it's all profits do go back to Haunts for the Homeless. So it's a great opportunity to help during the Thanksgiving season for those less fortunate. Sometimes we forget during the holidays that not everybody might not have a warm place to go, might not have a family to go home to, or have a great meal. So, why not just stop for 5 seconds and maybe pay it forward, do something kind for somebody. It does inspire, and it's been great. It's been inspiring and motivating to see the paranormal community step up. The Get Haunted Network, it is the Get Haunted Army. They have stepped right up and helped, and that is it's been amazing to see. And we are so excited to be a part of this and to help Christina and Jeff lift their voices. So, look, it's a small charity, but they deserve just like everybody else. So.
Yeah, I have just one last thing. I've had a couple people reach out like, hey, why don't you do this charity? Why don't you do that charity? Because I didn't want to. I want to do this one. Sorry. But, they had a rough start with this charity, right? And like Sarah said, you got to start somewhere. They got hit hard when COVID rolled in on them. You know, to be sort of the underdog, we're very familiar with that feeling, right? So it just was the perfect fit. And, you know, I'm a big fate, destiny, universe kind of person. And they were just there. And that was everything. And we were literally talking about finding a charity that we really wanted to work with for a week or so prior to just this random chance encounter at the Paracon. So this is our choice. This is one we're proud of and one we're staying with. But we need to sell like 40 more, 50 more. We need to get the word out there. Jeff sent over a brochure earlier tonight that we're going to share out, showing, you know, his work or the work of Haunts for the Homeless. So there's more and more stuff coming, but look for the cool signed autographs. Thank you, Dan Rivera, if you see this, for, you know, agreeing to do this. It's really, really cool. And they're going to promote it over on Nesper, and we'll get this out there. So 40, 50 more, guys. Not like I need more work, but I really want to make this thing big. So right now with what we've raised, there's well over 40 people that we know are going to get some help from this. So and shit, you know, Jeff, Christina, we might come out with you one of those days to help hand out backpacks and all those fun things.
I love that part of it. Is just, it's heartwarming to me. And hey, you know what? If you can't, or if it's not something that you wish to do by purchasing a hoodie, you know what? We share enough shit online. How about we share something positive and share at least the link to the Get Haunted boutique with that hoodie so somebody else can see it. Or if you don't want to share the Get Haunted link, share Haunts for the Homeless Facebook page. Let's share something positive. We share enough of our opinions. Let's share something positive and lift somebody else's voice for just one moment. That makes a big difference as well. So yeah, happy holidays. The holidays are starting. Let's work together. Let's show them what the paranormal community is made of. And ladies, thank you so much for allowing us to use your platform.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing to jump on here and just to help share out this beautiful charity. Thank you.
Yeah, I could never have said it that well.
I got lots to say. So, but I'm
or that
excited.
long.
I have. But no, seriously, I can't wait to see and listen to these dreams coming up, because I shared a crazy one that Dee Dee was in. So I can't wait to hear this. So you guys have an amazing show. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to hijack your show for a few moments. And to everybody on this side, thank you for being amazing. We love you, and you guys go kill it. We love it.
I love you guys. Thank you.
I'll be here guarding the fort. See you, and killing the dog.
Hi. Bye. Oh. Okay, there we go.
I love the fact that, and I fully believe this too, I'm a universe person where I believe that people are placed in front of you. Like, you're seeking something, and at the same time, the person on the other side is also seeking something. And when you meet up and you have that like perfect moment, like that makes me want to cry, because that kind of stuff is so beautiful. And it's, you know, it's meant to be. You didn't have to do anything. It just happened. Yeah.
Yeah, when something is supposed to happen, the universe does. It lines it up. And yeah. And you know what too? Like, I feel like because we all have free will, right? So like, if for some reason you miss that moment that the universe put in front of you, it's going to make sure it gives you something along the same lines until you catch it. So
until you realize what's right there. Yeah. That's what they say. It's right under your nose. What you're looking for.
It will happen. Even if it takes a little bit longer than the first try, it happens, right?
Yeah. So did they give a cutoff date, an actual date of when's the last day you can order?
I think this will be a continual thing. Producer Rob, do you know?
Like, what's the cutoff for this particular round? You're muted.
Oh my God. It's like the 20th, I want to say. Yeah, the 20th. Okay. Hold on, I'll tell you 1 second.
No, it's November 26th.
Holy crap.
Cutoff date.
All right, there's no reason for me to be here at this point.
It's November 26th.
Why is she even still backstage?
She might want to pop on and talk about her dream.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, bye.
And we did discuss that too, now you're muted, Danny. That we had discussed that maybe some people, if they're open to it, would want to pop on and discuss their dream.
I would love to play around with that just to
live,
see how that would go, right? At least once. Yeah. And then, then Sarah popped off already. So
she's gone. He probably took her off with her.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah, I have 3 dreams.
Shall we dive into a dream?
Yeah. And then, so you don't know what the dreams are, which is interesting.
No, yeah. This time the dreams weren't shared with me. We didn't have a moment where we could just sit down and go over them. So yeah, this is all fresh for me too this time. I'm excited for it.
So I don't know who we should start with first. It's hard to decide. Let's see. I'll just pick. I'll go in alphabetical order. How about that?
Okay, perfect. Yes, let's do it that way.
Because I'm not good at choosing. Okay, so the first dream, and hopefully Leah, you're still here, or is it Leah?
Leah. If I didn't say her name right, let me know. Correct me, please. She's a sweetheart.
So it's Leah from Seeking Ghosts with A and L, and so her dream. So her dream was, I went into this abandoned building and told my husband to wait outside. I wanted to investigate by myself. He said no, but I went anyways. Upon going down a hallway, I called him and gasped. He said, "What?" I said, "I think I saw something." Then I hear people. He goes, "I'm coming in." He met up with me. We heard people approaching, but out of nowhere. I heard a cat meowing. My husband said, "Come on, voices are getting closer." I said, "No, I want to pet the cat and help it." The cat wouldn't come to me, but was rubbing on my husband's legs. 3 people that were investigating got too spooked. The cat and us, it was 1 girl and 2 guys. They were being loud. Just a little later, we saw a male nurse and 2 female ones and a doctor wheeling patients on a gurney. Taking info, they didn't see any of us. They took patients away, and 1 male nurse was there. He saw one of the investigators that was with the patient, and he said, "I won't tell on you guys. I love this stuff." Then I saw him push a red button to alert security. That's when I woke up. So that's a really good dream. And a little background is she had said that recently they had been exploring or looking into a haunted hospital that they want to investigate. So I thought there's 3 things that could be going on. One is sometimes the things that we do see throughout the day, our subconscious uses as a symbol because it's something that's relevant to us. So that could be one. The other thing is paranormal. Was there something about that hospital that, they brushed past, even just being outside, that, appeared in her dream? Or is it just, her subconscious speaking to her? So the interpretation I got, so basically, ultimately, I think it means trust your intuition about something that has come up. Your strength is your intuition. And the red button is an alert to this. So now, the thing about the guy said that he was fine with it, but then he pushed a red button for the security. I wasn't sure if that meant there was something about a betrayal. Could be betrayal of self. Like maybe you're betraying yourself by not trusting your intuition. Could be that. So for me, that's what it's saying. And so the cat I took to be intuition. Her husband is all about the strength. And so I combine those, that it's letting her know that she has a strong intuition and to trust it. So I don't know. And I mean, I can give you some symbols if you want to know how I came up with that, but that's how I'm reading it.
Yeah. So that kind of goes with, so as you were telling the dream, I was, when I felt appropriate, I would pull a card for it. And so I pulled 3 cards. It kind of goes along with what the cards that I pulled. So the first card I pulled, and this is when her husband in the dream had said about going with her, but she wanted to pet the cat or something with the cat. Like she wanted to hang out with the cat.
Yeah.
I pulled the Emperor. And for me with this one, it was more like I noticed more of like there's the masculinity, there's the sternness, the guiding voice within yourself, basically, and seeing the ram's head. So like she was standing her ground in that too. So there's that pull, almost like that pull to go with what she was feeling. So like her intuition that she should just go with, stand her ground with that. And then I got the Two of Wands. And with this one, there's a choice between two of the wands, and they're holding the world in the palm of their hand. So this is having to make a decision, making a choice of what you want, and then having to just go with it, because whatever decision you make ultimately is going to be the right decision here, because you have basically you have the world in your hands. You can do what you need to do, but just make the decision. And then what is this? 1, 2, 3, 7. Wait, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Cups. So this card's always about temptation, or having a lot of options and not knowing really which decision to make. The thing that I always say with this card is you need to tap into yourself, into your intuition, into your heart center, and that's going to guide you to the right choice. You're not going to make the wrong decision if you go with your heart on this one, but you are going to have a lot of things to choose from, and some of them might not necessarily be great for you. So I don't know if maybe like that's where like in the dream for you, is that about betrayal and all of that? So maybe like if you wouldn't make the right decision, if you're not trusting your gut instincts or your intuition, you could make the wrong choice there. I don't know. Does that make sense at all? Like I feel like
it does. And the voices that she was hearing, it's something that is creating an urgency or a fear. Could be all those choices and not knowing which one is the right one, which is then bringing you back to trust your gut instinct, your intuition.
So this kind of really is one of those of just paying attention, almost like just a wake up call to pay attention to yourself, to what your intuition's trying to tell you there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally. And then there's the whole hospital thing with the nurses and stuff, nurses and doctors. Like if you think of a nurse, that's somebody who takes care of you. And then the doctor is somebody who's supposed to heal you. So you got to look at where do you need the healing and the care in your life to help you, open up to your intuition.
I like that. So, all right. I really like that dream.
Yeah, me too.
I really do. There's a lot more to that. So hospitals in general, is that more, well, I guess that does kind of depend on how you feel about hospitals then too, but
yeah,
generally that's like healing. Would that be?
Yeah. I mean, hospitals where you go to get help for when you're alive, alive, definitely when you're alive,
When you need
when you're in your waking life, it's for getting better. But like in dream world, it could just be that you need help. It doesn't have to just be like health.
Okay.
It could be mental health or any kind of area that needs to be healed. It could be like somebody who is angry and they need to heal something in order to deal with the anger. Like you can take it that far,
Okay. Oh, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Anyone on the side, if you've ever had a dream with a hospital, let us know. It would be interesting to hear how many people have had dreams lately about a hospital.
Yeah.
Right?
I have. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I've been going through this stage where I don't remember a lot of my dreams. I had like that one and I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, Dee, I remembered a dream. But
yeah.
I haven't really had one since.
That was it.
That was it. I don't even know if I did dream of a hospital, I wouldn't even know. Yeah, you are so welcome. Hopefully that made some sense for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sending me your dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions on the side or any comments before we jump into another one here? Or does anyone want a card pull in between? Let us know. So of all the dream to interpret, like all the symbols from that particular dream, is there, well, like the cats are intuition and everything, but like, is there one in particular within that dream that really called to you more than the others to help you with the interpretation? I don't know if that makes sense.
I would say that, when I go through somebody's dream, I pull out all the things that jump at me and then I'll go back in and see if there's anything, but it was definitely the cat was, I felt like a main character. The husband was also, and the other stuff was kind of secondary. So I kind of worked with them first and realized that the husband represented, in my opinion, represented strength, and that the cat was intuition, and it was saying that she has a strong intuition. So, and I kind of led from there.
And then it flowed it flowed.
Yeah. It's kind of like poetry. If you try to force a poem, it won't work. But once you start a poem and you have like an emotion that goes with it, it flows,
Yeah.
It's kind of the same for dream interpretation.
Yeah, it would be though, right? Yeah. Let's see. Christina has a question here. She says,
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go right ahead.
Well, people rarely remember dreams for a couple of reasons. One is that it's just not important enough to you. And then if that's not true, if it is important to you and you struggle to remember them and you want to, then you got to just start exercising that part of your mind. So you would get a journal, write out, any dream you do remember from the past. There's got to be at least one dream you remember from your entire life. Write it out. Try to do an interpretation. Try to picture that dream again and walking through it like you're actually there, like a meditation process. And then each night, just purposely write down each evening, I intend to remember my dream in the morning. See, a lot of times dreams will come to you at like 3:00 in the morning. So if you wake up at 3:00 in the morning and remember a dream, you have to write it down then, because if you wait, you think, oh, I'll definitely remember this. I always say that too, and I don't. And I will like write down like a few dreams, and then in the morning I'll read them, and I had not remembered them, but once I read it, then I'm like, oh yeah, So it's about either having the interest or exercising that part, of your mind.
I've got to start keeping a notepad right next to my bed, because that's a good point. Like, what if I wake up and I remember it in that moment, and then I go back to sleep, and then I don't even remember that I.
Yeah, I use my phone and then I transfer it. So in the middle of the night, I could just grab my phone, because let's face it, the phones are always right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've tried to write in the middle of the night, and I can't even, like, with a pen and a paper, and I'm writing in the dark, and I look at it in the morning, I'm like, it doesn't say anything. Scribbles.
I love that. Let's see. Oh, Kaylee, we can totally do a card pull for you. Yes. All right, Kaylee, let's see what we got for you. So we have the Chariot card. So on this card, there is a champion in the chariot and 2 Sphinx. So with this card, usually when I see this card, what it says to me is that you are headed in the right direction. Follow your dreams. It may not be the easiest path for you to get to where you're going, but you are definitely going to get there, as long as you stay true to yourself in what you actually want, and you don't let anyone tell you anything other than what your heart desires, because you are going to have a little bit of, I don't want to say a hard time, but bumps in the road. There may be moments that the universe is letting you think about, is this really what you want? As long as you're true to yourself, you're absolutely going to get there, and you're going to achieve your goals. So it's a really positive card. It's just one that says there may be a little bit of work that you have to put in, but you will absolutely get there. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I love this card. It just means you have the ability to do it. You're strong enough to get there. So don't give up.
Love that.
I love that too. That is one of my favorite cards.
Oh, what deck is that from? I like the little Sphinx on it.
Oh, yeah, it's cute. And then on this back is purple. It's just a regular Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Oh. But yeah. It's easier one. It's kind of the deck that most people start with, just because a lot of the books that talk about tarot, they reference this. It's kind of one of the originals. Yeah. So yeah.
I have that one on that downloadable one. It's called Deckable.
Yeah.
You can download. I mean, you have to pay for them, but you can get tarot cards. And other games too. Like you can get Cards for Humanity and stuff like that too.
Oh, I love it. Oh, good. I'm glad, Kaylee. Thank you for letting us know. That's awesome. So does anyone else have any dream questions or? Oh, thank you. Yes, the link. There's the link for Haunts for the Homeless was just put on the side. Thank you, Sarah Jane. Absolutely, guys. Go over there, check it out. Donate or buy a hoodie, and that's also a donation. So anybody else have any questions? No? We can dive into the next dream then if you would like to.
All right, let's see. Rob's using your thing.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Is Sam still here? If I'm going in alphabetical order, then I've got Sam next.
Sandy has a question real quick.
Okay.
She asks, what if you don't normally dream, like ever?
You do, you're just not remembering it. The only reason that maybe you wouldn't dream is if you're one of these people who only sleeps for a couple of hours. You know, some people, I've met people, they like sleep 3 hours. So they're not having enough time to go into that REM sleep. And so that, well, then that might be why you're not remembering dreams, because you're not having
everything about why I'm not remembering dreams. Okay.
Yeah. So it could be that. It can also be certain medications, things like that. It's mostly just, also, I've read that if you wake up to an alarm clock, that can like it, because you're being jolted out of your dream, you won't remember. So.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
Yeah. So I think there's a few different reasons, but if it's any of the other things besides only sleeping 3 hours, then I think you can. It's just a matter of, like I said before, you just have to keep attempting it, you know, because you will have one. They're in there.
They do happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Sam is here.
Okay, good. Okay. Dream. So Sam, I have a question for you while I read your dream and stuff. I want you to tell me what a puppy represents to you. So if you were to tell me what a puppy was, and I had never seen any kind of animal before, didn't know what they were, what is a puppy? Okay. So while she does that, I'm going to read her dream. Let's see. Where did I put her dream? I have to remember where I put it. Oh no. Let's see. I have her thing. I guess I didn't write it down. It was really long too. Darn it. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I'm wrong. I did write it down. So Sam's dream is she was going to help her son change, went to get a jumper, and a kid was already in it, a baby with no head. When she opened the jumper, it turned into a kid with a black shirt and shorts with a white stripe and some kind of logo. He had blue eyes, blonde hair, and he was about 11 or 12. So she asked him, "Are you okay?" And no response. He had no shoes. He had white stuff growing on his feet and a waxy decomposing on his legs as if he was dead. The smell of decomposing was there, and he was confused. She was confused, telling her husband he held him. He was crying, but not physically. He stopped crying and was balled up on the couch. And she was concerned about him getting his decomposing feet on the couch, on her pillows. And then she said, "Who hurt you?" He would not speak. "Who hurt you?" She didn't know what to do. He started to tell her, then he fell over. Three ladies came to the door, each holding boxes. In each box was puppies. They were Yorkie puppies. She tried not to let them see the dead boy on her couch. She picked a puppy and said, "I want this one." And so then she woke up. So a puppy is a baby canine that is lovable and playful. Okay. So my analysis is here somewhere. God. This is what happens when you do things on your phone and then on paper.
Oh, I get it.
I'm like a kind of like a mad. I was doing, you know, the thing with the red strings. I'm like that person. I need one of those boards.
I love that so much.
So Sam, okay, so here you go, Sam. This is my opinion. You're trying to take care of responsibilities, but you find you have more than you thought, which is growing bigger. You ask yourself, are you okay? You notice you have a loss of control or balance in an aspect of your life. Your strength to move forward is breaking down. You may be losing motivation. Your husband could be your support or strength. The fact you were unhappy about his feet on your couch is that this intrudes on your comfort in a situation. You ask who hurt you, no response. This means you're asking to notice what could be hurting you and if you're okay. The three ladies at the door with the boxes, you are hiding the boys so that you don't want to address the problem to others or aspects of yourself. The women are possibly offering an answer you seek, what the puppy represents to you. So what did she say the puppy represented to her? Love.
Lovable, playful baby canine.
Love. And so you basically need love and you need some playtime. You need to drop because I know she does a lot of studies and stuff. So what you need is you need a little bit of like you time, but fun time.
Oh, okay. So this can work with the cards I pulled here. Okay, so as you were reading the dream out, I was pulling the cards. The first card I pulled was the Ace of Wands. So no, for me, wands are more of like an action based as far as a new venture, a new project, anything that some big new important thing within your life that has a lot of movement, or that is going to be something that's a new job, possibly with travel. That's usually what that card means to me. So this could be something new that's coming into your life, and it is possible that the anxiety you're feeling could be part of your intuition. Maybe you need to like tap into your intuition a little bit and kind of help yourself understand that you're moving into something different, but it doesn't need to be so scary. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I'm so bad at this. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is basically like good luck, destiny, being pulled in a direction for your higher and greater good. Even though you're not really sure why you're being pulled the way you're being pulled, it's the universe is trying to make you follow the path that is to your destiny. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's almost like there's a lot of movement and there might be some anxiety from it, but you got to tap into your intuition and it'll help guide you into the right direction. And does that make sense with the interpretation?
Yeah.
Like the loving and the playful, that could be just like you needing to take time for you, which would also be tapping into your intuition. Does that?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, and she's asking in the dream, she's asking herself, are you okay? What's hurting you? And so that would be that's her intuition asking her, right? Her subconscious.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And so, I mean, she's making this journey through her studies and stuff, her life path, but she needs to know when to take that break, which is what the puppy represents, something fun and lovable.
Oh, Sam, that was such a great dream. And I hope hope that we were able to give you a little bit of clarity on that one.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm tripping over words a lot tonight and I don't know why.
I am too, so it must be something in the air.
It's gotta be. Oh, that was a really good. I'm so glad. I wonder what this one's about, because Dee Dee's like, oh, this is really good. I can't wait to tell everyone. I'm like, oh, I just got so excited for it.
Because it's so scary,
It is. There's a lot of detail too, especially with the infant or the child. Is a baby, right? The baby.
It starts off as a baby with no head, and then it's an 11 or 12-year-old that's decomposing, and then she's hiding the dead body, and like those are the kind of dreams where you wake up and you're like, oh,
what the heck is that all about? Yeah, that's crazy in a good way. Like, Sam, sorry, in a good way. Oh, good. I'm glad that we were able to help with that. That's almost. Sam, I want to know, did you feel like that was more of a nightmare, or was that just a dream where you were like, what the heck is going on here? But hey, does anyone else have any questions as far as like interpretation for that one, or interpretation in general? What is Rob doing?
I don't know. I was reading what he's putting on these comments.
Oh my goodness. That was a dream. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I think I would wake up from that one like that. But does it matter? I guess that would. So if she would have woken up terrified, would that have changed anything in that? Or is that still like you kind of got to tap into your intuition there?
Well, no, I mean, the fact that she woke up and she was more like, what the hell? She's, again, questioning herself, what is it that I need? Or if she woke up afraid, then it would be, what am I afraid of? Like you can use the emotion that way, So emotions are important. A lot of times I find that emotions they're either really heightened or they're really dulled. They're never kind of in balance with how we are. So you do want to pay attention to the emotions, because that will give you a different outcome. Yeah.
It's kind of going to guide it a little bit. Wow. With me in the talking tonight.
That was another thing that she said. She said that when she woke up, she could still smell the decomposing. And that happened. The only time it's ever happened to her before is when she had gone to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum and she smelt the incense. It was dragon's blood. And she woke up a different night from being there. and smelt that. And so she was, I think, wondering about the paranormal. And that's, I had said that to you and then I completely forgot about it.
Oh, yes. Oh, I've done that already. That's also your intuition, because what is that, Claire Augustine? I'm gonna screw that up. It's one of the clairs. It's one of your senses that you can use for your intuition is like clear smelling. Like you'll smell something on an intuitive level. Adam, yes, we can absolutely pull you a card.
Clairsentient.
Claire, is that what it is? Clairaudience?
Rachel says clairsentient.
It's funny. I should know these, and for some reason I can't. Do you ever have a moment like that?
Oh, definitely. All the time. Something that I definitely know and then I don't remember.
Yeah. I teach a class on psychometry, so I talk about all the clairs, and now I can't even think of it. Adam, your card is Page of Wands. So for me with this one, pages for me are more of like a new beginning, a new announcement, something fresh and exciting. And for wands, this would be more of like a physical project or a job. So I don't know if you're looking to start something new in your life that would have something to do with either physical movement or a job. It's going to have potential for a little bit new growth within, because I'm noticing that there's the new growth on the sprig there. So this is going to be something that is going to be exciting for you. So if there isn't a new project or a new job offer yet, be on the lookout. Something might be coming your way that is going to re-spark some interest for you, and maybe will grow into something a little bit more. And it'll be something to do on a physical plane of either like a new job offer or a new project. Okay. All right. Yeah. This kind of seems like it's a good, and it's an announcement for something good and like just a good opportunity for you. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, Adam, thank you. That's phenomenal. What is this, Claire? Cognizance is when you get the message and just getting it, just popping.
Yeah. I've gotten that before to save me in a car accident. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, you are so welcome, Adam. Yeah, I've had really weird moments where I wish I had one clair that was super strong. Like I used to be able to, the clear hearing, the clairaudience, it kind of went away. I kind of scared myself with it. So now I'm working to get that back. But yeah, I've had moments where I couldn't tell you how I knew something, but like dead knew it was. And then like I wouldn't say anything because I'm like, well, I can't even prove that I know it. And then like the next day, something, it would be like, oh, see, look, I knew,
Yeah. I think a lot of us have that, but we either don't trust it, because I mean, I had that. We had gone to Old Town San Diego. We were trying to find a parking space because we went on a holiday weekend, not realizing it. And so we were driving around. Oh, it was terrible. And they don't really have much parking. It's just like an old little town. So there's like street parking, like maybe 3 parking lots, and they're not big. And so we were driving in circles around and around, and you're going further and further away, and still like miles down the road, there's still no parking. And so we were circling back, and all of a sudden in my mind, we're going to go in the parking lot. And I told my husband, just go straight. And he's like, straight? And I'm like, yeah. And so we went straight, and we got into this little area, and I'm like, turn right. And he turned right. And then it took us into a parking lot that we had never even knew existed. And there was all this parking because clearly no one else knew it existed either. And I was like, see, and I almost didn't like say anything to him at all.
I'm glad you did. Look at that.
So
that's wild. Oh, Court's got a question here. Let's see. It's a question. My dream, I had a friend, and I got into a fight. There was a baby carriage, and he threw it out the window. I turned, and there was 3 dead crows on my table. As he was leaving, I yelled, take them back. Then all 3 crows started attacking my back, and then I woke up. Whoa. I mean, I know I talked you through that when I was reading it, but whoa.
So what do crows mean to you is my first question. What do they represent? Let's see. A friend got into a fight where there was a baby carriage. So there was no baby, just the baby carriage. So did you guys were you fighting over a project or an idea? Because usually that's like something that would hold your new ideas. Turned and there was 3 dead crows. 3 is balance. At least that seems to be what it comes up all the time now is balance. The fact that they were dead means something that either needs to go away or something that has gone away. And then it depends on what the crows mean to you. And as I was leaving, I yelled, "Take them back." Then all 3 crows started attacking my back. So that's almost like being stabbed in the back.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. That's where I get
There's
it.
a lot there.
We
I like
weren't fighting.
Huh. So crows could be, I guess there's a lot of interpretations for crows, right?
Yeah, because some people would
them
think
as like messengers, but I guess it depends on how you even feel about them, right?
right. Yeah. Some people might say, messenger. Somebody might say, freedom and flight, the black for subconscious.
Oh, I like that.
So weird. I don't know. No rhyme or reason.
Huh.
About.
Court, what do crows mean to you? Did they have a specific meaning to you?
Yeah. Just like if somebody, the example I got from a lady who's a psychiatrist, she asked people is that you say, if I was an alien from another planet and you were going to explain to me what a crow was, what in a couple of words is it?
Oh.
So I won't know what a bird is. So you can't say a bird. You have to describe it to somebody who doesn't know what that is.
Oh yeah, because to say that, if they've never been here, they wouldn't know what a bird is to begin with.
And they'd be like, well, what's a bird? So you could go down that path. Okay, then what's a bird?
Oh, wow. Yeah, how would you? A
Death,
being that flies and, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could go down. Either way, you'll come to the same answer,
It's just how you whittle it down. That's crazy. Oh, you could even use that, you could use that to pick apart an interpretation too, right? Okay, that's what you were doing even like with the puppy and stuff, right?
Yeah. There's ways to, because sometimes I look things up and there'll be something that jumps out at me that I'm like, I'm not gonna assume I know what this symbol is because to me, certain symbols stand out as like a very important symbol. And so then I need to ask them, what does it mean to you? Because I think that is the clue and it's coming from them. So only they know. Freedom.
Oh, okay.
So now I have to go back and read that again. Friend got into a fight. There was a baby carriage. So I think that could be ideas or projects. Turned and there was 3 dead crows. And she said freedom. So you're looking for balance with freedom maybe and freedom of ideas. I'd have to really sit down and figure that out. But
that's
the fact that it's attacking her in the back, I feel like that's like betrayal. You're being stabbed in the back.
Very friendly at that point, right? If it's in the back, no.
So I guess she feels like she's not able to achieve some sort of freedom. Is probably the overall meaning.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Court, are you okay if I pull a card for that? Can I don't want to do it without your permission. But oh my goodness. All right, do we have another dream yet? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, we have one more dream. Yeah, I'm interested to see the card pull.
Oh, it jumped.
Ooh. What is it?
Okay, so I initially put the card back in the deck and did the clearing of the deck and everything because it's the Page of Wands, but then the Page of Wands jumped out again.
Oh.
So could this have been something where you wanted to start a project or you wanted to do something different and the ideas of it maybe never got past the ideal stage, or it's something that you're holding back on yet? Because I feel like it's something that wants to come to you, but if in the dream, if the birds are attacking your back, that would be almost like, are you possibly holding yourself back then?
Ooh, I love that.
Right? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. There could be something that wants to come to you, but you're fighting it subconsciously, maybe?
Yeah. I love what you said. It's the pecking at the back. To take notice of her back. They're holding herself back. I love that. That's perfect.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Huh.
Oh,
I
that's
love how
cool.
the cards like can dig a little bit more and pull out more.
Yeah, it just kind of helps you look at it from a different angle sometimes too.
Yeah.
That one, I can't believe it jumped right out. It was like, no, you're reading this card.
I love that. This is the card. Let's see. So I have a dream from Sarah. I don't know if anybody else wants a card pull. Sarah, I don't know if you're still here. Let's see. Is this the dream? Or is this the interpretation? I think that's the interpretation.
Sarah's still here.
Okay. So
do we want to bring her on for this one? Can she?
Yeah. Do you just want to retell your dream?
Sarah, can you pop on? If not, it's okay.
We could test out our idea of having someone pop on and tell the dream.
Oh, yay. She says, sure. I never had a reading before. Aw. Does make so much sense. I love when a card can make sense for somebody, because like I don't pick up on like very specific detail of the person themselves. So it's like whatever I'm seeing from the card. So when it makes sense, it's very exciting too. So
yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I feel the same about the dream interpretation, because I'm only giving what I believe it means. But when somebody comes back and it gave them something, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I was on the right path there.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah.
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me a little bit though of my dream, Dee. I think I remember a majority of it. I think but I don't remember all the details that I gave you.
Oh.
So this is what I do remember. I was in a haunted location and I knew that it belonged to me. Like I had purchased it. I don't know if we purchased it, but I know like I was super excited. It was like I couldn't believe like this was it was my location. I was in this weird, it was like a kitchen type situation, but that was just the room I think I was in, but it had to do with nurses. And I don't know why I thought nurses, but that nurses were involved. And I remember I was using some piece of equipment, and whatever I was using, I remember the number 27 stood out. And I remember I looked up on the wall and a huge 27 was painted on the wall. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell Dee. I couldn't wait to tell you. And I walked outside and I had an apron, and it wasn't a half apron, but I was trying to make it a half apron, and the strings were super, super long. And I kept dipping it in a puddle. And I remember looking at the and I remember thinking, why the hell am I doing that? Like, why am I putting it in the puddle? And I was trying to fold the apron to put it on, but the strings were in the puddle. And then you came around the corner. I was so excited. You were super dressed up.
Aww.
And I remember thinking, why is Dee Dee so dressed up for like we're at this haunted look? But she was like in this dress, and I feel like it was a white background with, I feel like they were flowers, but blue, and that stuck out. Are those the correct details, right? I'm remembering this dream.
That's what I did the interpretation
of. And I remember you coming, like you were walking down this weird, like a corridor of the building, and I was busy dipping my apron in a puddle. So I was just excited, and then I woke myself up. So that's what I can remember on that dream.
Okay. So let's see. Wait, that's Sam's. I need glasses. Where's this is it right here. Okay. So, and I didn't realize it was something that you owned. I don't know if you said that the first time, but so I had Sarah was waiting to investigate with me. Oh wait, I think this is where I just said that. Never mind. Okay. So you're waiting to explore things you care about, learning. You are not there yet. Number 27, I looked that up in my book, and the number 27 was you need to align your life plan with your soul plan. You notice you are tied to your trapped emotions because you are protecting yourself. You ask, why am I doing that? New opportunities come around the corner, but different than what you thought they would be. you say, so then you're referring to me, you say you said in the first time, she's just fashionable, because you couldn't understand why I was wearing a dress. It was different than what you were expecting. Yeah. And you just said she's just fashionable. So I thought, I was looking at other words. And so I basically like current, like the current trend or whatever. So I said that in your mind, you're saying this is where I'm at currently. Okay. So basically, for whatever reason, so you're excited about what you're doing. There's new opportunities. They're different than what you thought they were going to be. But at some point you're still, and you're trying to align your life path with your, with your life plan. But the thing that I think that it was having you notice was that for whatever reason, you're tied to trapped emotions because you're trying to protect yourself, and you're asking yourself, why am I doing that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember, like, I feel like your dress, the strings in the puddle, and why an apron. And you did ask me, when I first gave you this dream and you said, can I put it on the show? And you're like, what does an apron mean to you? And she kept doing the don't think, just say. And it's like, that is so hard for me for some reason. Because I don't know if an apron really means anything. Did I end up saying protection?
You did. Yeah.
I think I ended up, like, after she had to like beat it out of me, like, to stop overthinking what it was. But it was interesting that you stood out to me in the dream owning a location, or somehow the location being mine. Like, whether I owned it or not, it was like I was meant to be there. But it was getting this 27 through a piece of equipment. So I guess I would have attributed that to the spirit world, and then looking up and this big painted, and it was just like, oh my God, 27 just stood out.
Yeah. Well, think about that, because it's telling you to align your life path with your soul path. And you just said it, one was from spirit, right? You saw the 27 first from spirit, and then you saw it yourself. So it means the same thing.
The
and
spiritual
it's
and physical world together.
Yeah. The 27 revealed itself. That's actually even cooler.
Yeah. It was a weird, I know this is where your dreams are like, oh my God, will you listen? Like, will you pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you? But it was, and I'm not a big, it is hard for me to remember my dreams, right? It isn't all, or I'll remember them as soon as you open your eyes, which is very common for people. And then all of a sudden you try to start articulating it, and you're like, oh my God, it's gone.
It's gone. Because short-term memory is 3 seconds.
Yeah. And that just stood out. I mean, I just could not, though, that particular, and I'm sure I had much more to that dream, but it was that particular moment in time that, and I can see the 27. I can actually feel, like, when I woke up, you guys were talking about the smell, right? When you first wake up and you can smell. I remember when I first woke up from that dream, and as I'm telling you that dream, I can feel that excitement in my chest, like that, like I could feel it happening. And so when I woke up, I could feel that remnant of that emotion still in me and on me. And while I was telling you that, that's what stood out to me, seeing you come around the corner and seeing that 27 and knowing that I was supposed to be in that location. I don't know, like that excitement. It's like Christmas morning for a kid. Like, that's what I'm all like, oh my God, I can't wait to get up or whatever. So it was a really weird dream. And now I don't remember what was going on that day, or like, I can't tell you anything real that led up to that. I have nothing to compare it to.
But I think the message is really good,
Oh gosh, yeah.
It was, and it makes sense to me that you're excited about where things are going, and then it's just giving you one thing, that there's some area that you still hold yourself back, and it could even be from being excited about something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think Danny has a card.
So, I do. No, I know. I'm like, as soon as you're saying, I'm like, that's what this card is.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you were going, so when you were talking about the apron and dipping it in the water. So this is, what is this? 1, 2, 3. I should know these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. Yeah, 8. 8 of Swords.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't go by numbers here. I go by what I see in the picture. So when you were saying you were dipping the strings in the water, there's like the the binding of the person, and you're standing in the water. So the waters would be your emotion. You're holding yourself back. You're very much keeping yourself bound tight and not letting yourself get past something. Like this might even be where you're thinking that you're protecting yourself, but really you're holding yourself back. You're not letting emotions flow through. And honestly, like there's an opening here around the swords. You can walk through, like you can get past either way, but you're not letting yourself do it. And then there's also a castle in the background, which means there is, once you finally understand that it's okay to unravel. It's okay to let whatever you need to let go. Then you'll find your way to the castle, and just like everything that's supposed to happen will happen. This card also, yeah, right. And it kind of goes along with like when you were dipping the strings in the water. I'm like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Like it's so right there. But yeah, and just and she I don't know if you can see, she's got like the bindings go across her eyes as well. Like she's not letting herself see the path that's right in front of her. And then when you were talking a little bit more about that, I pulled, what is this? The Four of Swords. So it's kind of like you need to take that moment to just be you, to rest and to stop, and kind of like a self-reflection card, right? So that kind of goes with this one where you're holding yourself back, you're not letting yourself see it. But if you give yourself that moment of clarity will show up. And so in that moment of rest, in that moment of just realizing, you know what, I can do whatever's being presented with, like, I can follow my dreams. I can do whatever's being presented. You come across, and this is cute because when I pulled this, you were talking about white flowers or something about flowers, so little white flowers on there. It just made me happy. And then you were talking about Dee Dee too. And there's that bond, that almost like sisterhood or friendship, or like just like that familial, that comfortable bonding with somebody. And this would have to do with anything that it just kind of makes you happy. So like the situations, everything about walking into something, it's just going to have that very comfortable, like this is right, this is meant to be kind of a feeling. And that kind of goes into like when you were excited about the location, you were excited about the 27 and you wanted to tell Dee Dee, and that's when I was pulling this card. And then right after that, I pulled the Priestess. So she is one, she's like that ultimate goddess, that the mystique, the mystery of femininity, and the tapping into your intuition and the magic of life. So it's kind of like, it almost seems like, you're going through this cycle of letting go of the things that are holding you back personally and physically, and looking at yourself and realizing, you know what, I can do these things that make me happy. I'm going to go do these things that make me happy. And it's just going to strengthen everything about you.
So watch out, everybody. The priestess is stepping in. You don't want that shit. I love it, you guys, so much. I love it. And don't forget, everybody, Haunts for the Homeless on Facebook. Go check it out. At haunted.com, the Haunted Boutique. Get your $48 hoodie. Okay, do your show. I love you guys.
Oh, I love you.
Thanks.
Oh, that was a really good one. Oh,
yeah.
I
love that you pulled that card with the bound. That was interesting.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, everything about that. I'm like, it's like, I don't know if you saw my face. I was like, oh, that matches so well. I love when I pull a card and it seems like it's matching exactly what you're talking about. It just makes me so excited. Oh, I love that. Yes. Haunts for the Homeless. Please, everyone, go check them out.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely go to their page today and follow it if you haven't already.
So does anyone, before we wrap things up, does anyone have like one last question that they want to ask? Or is there anyone who wants one last tarot card pulled for them? This was an amazing night for the dream interpretation. I love that. So many people sent dreams in.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
it's great when they send it in ahead of time because I can really work with it and figure it out. And we should probably mention that you created a YouTube channel.
Yes, we did. We created a YouTube channel. It's called I think it's called The Awakening, right? I put the in there.
It was The Awakening, and there was a hyphen.
Yes. So it'll be at awakening-dreams-tarot. I'll make sure that gets posted up.
Yeah.
That you guys can find it. So we couldn't, by next show, we should be able to go live because we just started it. So so by next show, we'll be streaming on YouTube as well. I'm really excited about it.
See it, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, Sam has a question. Let's see. I like want to pop it up, but I don't know if Rob's going to pop it up, and then it'll pop back down.
Yeah, go ahead, pop it up.
All right. So it says, can spirits visit you in dreams, and how can you tell which is a spirit visitation?
Oh,
I personally think they can. The way you can tell is that there's something that came to me recently in one of my dream studies, is that she had a dream about a spirit and asked the spirit to give a sign during the day, and she's the one that got the cross on the window. So I think if it is a spirit visitation from somebody, a loved one or whatever, or just any spirit, I think that you'll get some kind of synchronicity or something else that will let you know it is.
I would think, yeah, you'll get some sort of a sign.
Yeah,
right?
They're not just going to leave it at a dream. Yeah.
But oh, so I just double checked to make sure that I said our YouTube channel right. So to find, it is titled The Awakening. And if you want to go find it, and we'll make sure that we have it posted out before next show too, but at The Awakening Dreams Tarot. So
okay. Yeah. And if you guys want to send dreams in, send them in for next time.
Yes, please. We love seeing them coming in ahead of time. That way, Dee Dee puts a lot of time and a lot of heart and soul into these. You put a lot of effort into it, and it shows. Like, I love just listening to you do the interpretations.
Yeah. Because I'm obsessed with getting it right. So I like spend a lot of time with them. Still like do it, and then I'll come back. Like I'll let them sit, and I'll come back the next day to read it again. And sometimes I'll get like something will hit me, you know?
Yeah, no, it's, I love it. It's so wonderful. Thank you for even just to put the time into that. Thank you, Dee Dee. That's amazing. I love that. Oh, and I love Cord. Thank you. This was your first time watching. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
That's so great. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. If there's no other questions or if there's no other tarot, I think it's been an amazing night.
Yeah, I was really excited about sharing, and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, Dee Dee, thank you. This was awesome. We'll figure out a date for the next show, right? And then we're getting this worked out, guys. I promise you.
Probably like 2 weeks, but we have to check our schedules to make sure what's going on. So somewhere around that time frame.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we announce the next show as soon as we have it figured out. And guys, please, any dreams that you get, send them in. Can send them in. Dee Dee, what is your email address for them to send into?
It's info@thedreamsinterpreter.com.
So you can send them into her email address, or you can direct message us through either the Dream Interpretation. It's Dream Interpretations with Dee Dee Jabal, right? Is that the?
Yeah, I think so. I always forget. Too many handles.
I'm pretty sure that's it. And then Divination with Annie as well. But thank you, everyone on the side. Thank you so much. This was such a great night.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us for sure. And thank you, Danny, for pulling cards and working with me with the dreams.
Yeah, seriously. And thank you, Dee Dee. All right, guys. Shall we call it a night?
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.